People might be wondering what that white thing at the end of the tunnel is. Nice.
Like
Yeah, it'll just be the
door
tunnel
or something.
There we go.
Oh, it's so hard to type. I'll do like the one finger thing.
Meow, meow, meow.
More viewers. Okay, now I can put my new emotes. Yes.
What? On Twitch?
Yeah.
I want to make emotes. Raiko made it so easy, and I'm like, wow, it's that easy. It must be easy. So. I want to make a bunch of them on PowerPoint because that would be my niche. Yeah.
Wow, the first thing I see is butt. Yes, shot.
I didn't hear my
I don't know. Hot.
Do you remember that streamer that Ranger showed us, the shirtless one? That's his emote.
Nice. I think I have one that's like that too. Oh yeah, I still do. I guess that hasn't expired yet.
Why can't I?
And the either begins.
Fine.
Wait, what was Justin like?
I can't see.
Rain on mom. So how's everyone's day?
I was just telling them that my license finally kicked in, so I'm legal to touch people.
Noise.
I don't get it.
Medically speaking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he wants to be a creep and say it like that. That's why.
First of all, it's not creepy.
Okay, first, the other day, this little bitch girl,
Oh.
she was like 3. Oh, fuck her. Wait, we're not live, are we?
We are.
We're live, but not.
We're
not-
intro. We're
Yeah, we're on
Kick
intro.
the baby. Don't kick the baby.
Oh, baby's dead.
So what does that mean? We're live intro.
We're in the intro screen. They can't.
Just
Is that like?
Oh, okay. So anyway, I'm like,
Return the slab.
I'm like
Curse over my curse.
and I end up having to like, I go to dilate her, so I put the drops in and everything. And she's like, "Ah." And then later on, when she's like seeing the doctor, my coworker is like doing glasses, so she overhears the little girl. She's like, "He touched me," and the doctor's like, "Who touched you?" And it's just one of those weird random things. And I'm like, God damn it, it makes me think about it. Of course I have to touch it because I have to pry their eyes open and put drops in.
No. Where's her mother?
No,
Right
no.
there holding
don't
her
touch
down.
me there. This is my
No,
no square.
square.
You know it?
Nerds unite.
I need to learn more pop culture.
Wow.
You should start by watching The Sweetest Thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess so. It feels
Do we
like
have a way to do like a watch party?
I was about to say, I would be down
Or-
for a watch party for that. I have the DVD.
The only things I've known that people have been able to do watch parties is using like Amazon Prime, which I don't have. So if there's another way to do it, I'm totally down.
I have Amazon Prime.
But I think everyone had to have it, and I wasn't able to.
Well, I mean, everyone just screen share.
Screen share.
Yeah, because it just comes out black screen, but you still hear the audio.
They know. Know what you're doing. Pirates.
Play it on the PS4 and then stream it from there.
Perfect.
Ready.
Stone face.
Ready as a fan.
I have a song stuck in my head.
Which one?
Well. Hello. I don't know. I just happened to see in the corner of my eye Adam was doing like the walk like an Egyptian or something. I didn't know what exactly I was looking at.
I know, I was trying to block the light.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get you a green screen next, so that you'll be the next. Yeah, so that you're not just like. I mean, I guess it kind of works because you have the whole like halo above your head. You're just kind of off center.
But you can't be fancy like me in the library.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in the library.
In your
You are in the library.
for now.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Didn't see you there.
Oh, Soul, those are such cute mittens. Where did you get them from?
The paw station. I don't know. I tried being
Paw
punny and it
station.
didn't work.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I got it at Walmart.
Support your local Walmart.
Yeah.
Palmart.
Wait, your
Wait,
Palmart?
what?
Support
Yeah.
your local
Walmart. Oh, I should have. Damn, missed opportunity.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. This is fine. We're all fine. This is great. All right. So welcome to another episode of
What
Game
the
of
fuck is
Santos. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Wow.
What the hell are we even doing? Kind of thing.
I see a Boba Dooney in the
A
viewers.
Babadooney? Do we have a Babadooney? There is a Babadooney and a Nick. Oh, Nick. Hello, Nick. Hello, Babadooney. I forgot to post in the other Discords about our stream because I had all the other technical problems. So this is fine. We're all on fire. It's okay. But yes. Soul has some new attire for his Soul Kiddiness. Paws and ears because, oh my god, this is, oh senpai.
Yeah.
That's all I can hear in my head. Notice me, mew mew, no, ew, ooh woo. Is that the right one? Ooh woo,
Very,
ooh woo,
very kawaii.
ooh woo. Yeah. So
this? Orca-ish.
Orca-ish.
Yeah, a little orca-ish.
Okay. Well, hope everyone had a great week and a great weekend, etc., etc. It's been a good minute since we've been, here last, and we have a lot on the plate for tonight. A lot of interesting things. But first, I guess, let us switch this up a little bit so we can kind of do a quick recap of the last week's shenanigans. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever, we'll go with it. The title of this. Yeah, thanks. The title of the song was a lot. It says "Drums in the Night," and I'm like, waiting for drums. There are no drums. This was false freaking advertising.
They're in the night, so there's.
Oh, drums in the night. Okay.
I was way too pleased with myself for that one.
Yeah, no, you were good. You're good.
Well done.
That was very literal.
Mac is on his way. He says he'll be here in 15. He just woke up. So poor little sleepy bear.
Aw.
It's fine.
Aw,
It's
you're
fine. Not like none of us have ever fallen asleep before.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How much psychic damage?
Instant. He's at 1 HP now, just from the random blast of static electricity from walking along the carpet. Just like there are the drums. Okay, so last we left off, the brigade. Raid.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
Oh no,
she
raid.
said.
Hello. I was like, raid. Don't scare me like that. I was thinking of the old commercial for Raid. Raid!
Raid!
And then we all just
squirming on our backs.
squirming. Yeah, dead, blown up. The Iskra super fan is here and says, "Oh my God, is that Iskra? I love your work, Iskra for life."
Iskra for life.
Oh, that was sweet.
Amazing. Okay, well, the Brigade of 8 had managed to infiltrate Silvery Moon, and now that they were inside, found Hibby, although not perhaps as Kindred had remembered her. She was kind of in disguise, working at the Golden Oak Inn. You were also then discovered through a course of events by Lady Amaranth, the lead red wizard here in the city, had been invited over for some hospitality at her, where she was staying within the Vault of Sages, the once I guess you could say it was like a mage's college there within Silver Moon. As the whole southern bank had a bunch of different like campuses that had that were there to teach magic, and she is they have taken over one of them as their base of operations. Once you guys had arrived, you found out that you were not going to be her only guests for the evening, as they also had another bunch that had just flown in on a damaged airship. You guys spent a awkward dinner time conversation to find that the other guests there were part of the children of Tiamat, the one son of Tiamat, Gabriel Frostborn, his bodyguard / companion / bodyguard, Winoth, a ultra large white dragonborn, as well as 3 generals of his that had accompanied him to the dinner table as well: Neil, Elezim, and Mara. You guys had kind of tried to chat it up a little bit, not really, through some awkward conversation. Had kind of dodged some questions from some of those that were posed to you. Iskra had won a somewhat was a staring contest. With the large dragonborn, after which you all had split ways. Iskra went down to one of the lounges to play some music. Galil found a book with a bunch of notes that a younger Kindred had written on there. Sol, meanwhile, stayed up in the room in kitty form, waiting for the secret word of Jenga or whatever, I don't know, to bring you out in case of an emergency. Kindred, under the name of Trelena, had gone with Amaranth to check in on some cargo that Gabriel had brought to Silver Moon for her to look over. And in doing so, discovered that that the Thayans have found an excavation site that had apparently hundreds of these Warforged, these metallic men that were inactive, and with the hopes that Amaranth and those mages studying here in Silvery Moon would be able to figure out some way to activate them for the glory of the Empire. But that, of course, was not Amaranth's main interest, as she is currently trying to get the phylactery of one Darth Aranis. No, not just Aranis. Lord Aranis, one of the members of the 8 that are like direct underlings to Saz Tam, the leader of the Thayan Empire, of which apparently Kindred is kin. Jokes.
I love that one.
But and that's all, folks. We're done for tonight. Aw, thanks, Parrish.
Yay!
Yay!
Nice.
Oh, well, I guess it was the joke. You know, it's always the jokes. The jokes are the ones that do it. You have to be just filled with them.
Filled with what?
Jokes. Filled with jokes. What? Aw, thanks, Parrish. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Okay. Well, currently we have Sonder, Aloquin, Iskra, and Galil that are in the lounge. I couldn't tell if you were about to sneeze or scream or yawn.
And Renan.
And Renan. Yes, Renan.
Yawned, my bad.
No, you're good. And you guys were playing some music down for a couple of local Théans mages that kind of were sitting around in this very comfy lounge area with a large fireplace as Iskra is playing away on her dulcimer, playing some sweet, sweet Ravnican tunes. How long were you planning on just like hanging out there? What were you guys wanting to do?
I'm gonna use the Spice Murmur and say to everyone, see if you can learn anything from the people who are gathering around. I can keep playing for a while.
Okay.
What time of the day is it?
By this point is nightfall, so after dark.
Okay.
Probably, I would say like 11, a little bit before midnight. It's not super, super late, but it's late enough.
I was going to sit down and also read the Wise Water Goddess ritual book.
Oh yeah.
So we were just gonna sit together and.
Oh yeah, you and Ron were looking over the book. That's right. Okay, well, you guys, while you guys are doing that, Aloquin, Galil, what are you guys doing?
Well, I heard Isker just say, for us to start talking to people. Well, she's playing this really amazing tune that she's doing. How many people are actually gathered around us?
There's probably about, I'd say there's like 3 or 4 at the moment. There was maybe a couple more when she first started. They listened to like the first song and then continued along their way doing whatever they needed to do. But now there's about 3 or 4 that have gathered there. More so, they're kind of using Iskra as like background music to do their studies. So they kind of sat close while, poring over some notes and papers and.
Well, I'm just gonna still paying attention to her and her singing and everything. I'm just gonna walk by them to see if they have books on them, if they're like actual students, if they're guards, weaponized people, or anything at all.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak away from everyone and actually scout out the area.
Okay.
I'll stealthily do it too.
Okay, make a stealth check.
So it's gonna be an 18 from me. I'm just looking to see
19.
What am I trying to say? No, if anything were to crazy happen, where these people be able to pull out daggers and kill us or anything, or
that's fair.
Looking for body snatchers.
Just
body snatchers. Keep an eye out for body snatchers. Got it.
Fireballs galore.
Probably. All right. So you looking over some of those that are present. They're not so much like hella armed or armored or anything. You can see that a couple of the mages that are sitting there at the desks or are sitting in the chairs close by, they might carry with them a ceremonial dagger or something that looks really intricate, or ornate like that. Intricate's not quite the word I was looking for.
okay.
But no one seems to be carrying anything that's more than like a dagger in size, and everybody's kind of in robes. The only ones that you see that's kind of gives you more of a watchful vibe is the attendant.
Dome statue.
Yeah, the attendant. That's
Okay.
still kind of staying back just enough in the shadows to where it's not intrusive on anybody's space, but they are definitely kind of staring off into the distance with you guys. And to that order, Galil, as you kind of sneak up into the shadows towards the back, what was it that you rolled for that?
19.
19. Okay. As you are making your way along the edges of the shadow, trying to creep around to the corner, you get in this big square room. You get like to this wall, and you start coming along this wall, trying to skirt around to the other side, and keeping your eyes on the attendant that was kind of had led you there. And as you turn around the corner, you come face to face with another attendant that is standing there, just staring like directly into your eyes as you come around the corner. Just like, stop.
Oh, this is awkward.
Is he standing like by bookshelves and plants or fake shit?
It was kind of like coming around the wall from one of the this particular wall doesn't have any bookshelves, but just coming around the corner.
Right at that moment, Malzahar slithers out of his pants and goes around the corner.
Okay. The attendant that's in front of you gestures back towards your friends like, please, return to your friends. Unless you would wish to return to your room, I may escort you up to the top.
Turn back.
Okay.
Damn it.
Excuse me for a moment while I switch this. Let's see how this little transition works.
Oh,
As we
Renan's back.
Get one. Leave one.
Yes.
Boop, 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 and then.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's just got to switch this, and Mac is there. There we go.
Oh, literally 2 souls.
Two. You are literally now split in half. It's fine.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Got it. And now we have everybody. Hello, Renan.
Yay!
All right. I can switch this a little bit. Okay. So, Galil, you then go ahead and head back to your friends.
Yeah.
You start to back up and head back towards where everybody is sitting, and you kind of look back over your shoulder, and you see that this particular attendant their feet's not touching the ground. They're kind of just hovering in the air in that corner, just kind of like slowly bobbing up and down.
Because they weren't intimidating enough.
No, this
Right.
yeah, the others that you have seen have definitely been walking on the ground. This one itself just seems to float in the air.
Super sus.
Yeah, super great, super great.
Among Us.
So the
Yes.
closest person that's actually near us is gonna kind of like mosey on over to him and to be like, this is a really good song, isn't it?
This person, you can see this. They look up from their books, look over at you, and it's this half elf man. His head is partially shaved, has his hair tied in this large knot, not braids, these large braids that kind of go down along the back of his head. As he just kind of looks over at you and is like, yes, a nice change of pace from what we are used to.
Oh yeah, I hear that's usually just really quiet in here. Just like a really good study place. Um, there's a lot of really big, scary people walking around. Like other than just the students and also yourself. Um, is there like something happening here at the college? Like a big meeting or something? Or
I'm sorry. Who exactly are you?
oh hi, my name's Eloquin. Uh, I'm actually kind of like new here to the college also.
You are Dayan?
Yes I am.
Ah,
I'm still trying to like learn everything and
I see. Well, I don't know exactly what big scary things you are referring to, but mm, this is a college of magic, so
hmm
the unusual is not exactly foreign to these places. And since
You know,
we are here under orders to study things. I don't see why it would be too strange.
I understand. I mean, just like I see, there's a lot of like heavy guards here today. Like, is there like something going on in the city, or is there?
I'm sorry. I am not exactly sure who you are. Are you sure you're with the Empire?
I am, yes.
Hmm. And where are you? What is your focus of study?
I kind of like give him this like this weird stare. The same as you, I guess.
Okay, and you're new, yes.
I am very, very new.
Okay. Here is oh my god, now my English is like actual English words are failing me. What is it?
English is
Here's
hard.
advice. Yeah, English is hard. Here's advice. Perhaps you stick to studying instead of asking questions. You'd probably
Ooh.
keep your head a
Oh.
lot longer.
Oh,
The library is open.
okay then. Well, enjoy your studies.
Of course. You be safe, sir.
Alrighty. Kind of like awkwardly walk away from him.
He's just like, ugh, prickly guy.
Yeah.
You just say the word, man. I'll go. Give him
You go give him the scratches.
Yeah, right on the back. Just jump right on his back.
Oh my gosh.
Just full on Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
As you are walking away, there is a little call of attention that gets to you, Eloquent. A little psst. Psst.
Okay.
You turn towards the source, and you can see that there is a another mage, two of them, two females that are sitting over at another table, and they kind of like gesture for you to come over and join them, or at least to get closer.
Okay. I kind of like walk over there to him.
These two are two human women. I'll say two human females. Two human females. I don't know why I was gonna say it like that.
Oh no.
But they call you over and they're like, you see one that kind of gestures to you to like come closer. Just like don't mind Algorn. He's a little prickly.
I see that. Sorry. I'm new here. I'm just trying to like, I guess, make friends.
Yes.
Eloquent. Hi. I kind of like.
Hello. Minith. This is
Hi there.
This is my friend Arest.
Hi there to you too. I don't know. Just I was just enjoying the music and everything. This is a very, very beautiful college.
She plays very beautifully.
Oh yeah.
This is a friend of yours, yes?
Um, I guess we just met also. Yeah.
Well, I assumed as we saw that you all came down here together under the eyes of the Magas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all kind of like
Okay.
new to the college here.
Welcome to hell.
Why do you say that?
I mean, we are here studying the hells, are we not?
Well, yeah. Conjuration, indication, divination, just stuff like that. Yeah.
Of course. You can sit if you wish. What was your name?
Eloquent.
Eloquent. Yes. Well, sit, Eloquent. What brings you to the Vault of Sages here in Silvery Moon?
Mostly just travel. We're actually, well, I'm with the Thans, and we're just trying to, honestly, really don't even know, really. Again, I'm pretty much brand new. I kind of like give like an awkward face.
Brand new. And you have mentioned that you are with the Thayan several times. It was implied, but I have a feeling you are not native to the Empire. You are probably from one of the newly conquered provinces?
Yes. Yes, I am.
A new convert. We applaud you for making the appropriate choices.
Well, thank you. You're actually one of the first ones to actually say that here.
Cool.
Everyone else is like, stay in line, don't talk too much, don't do anything crazy or anything. Just, I don't know.
These are important rules to live by if you wish to get ahead and keep yours.
I'll have to remember that then.
Of course. Well, we are here to finish some studying while listening to this music, but she kind of like wags a finger at you. You be careful who you speak to. Pay attention to the sigils. It will tell you if you are talking above your station or not.
Okay. The sigils? I'm sorry.
Yes. She like looks down at her sleeve and like shows you the one of the sigils on her sleeve. We are the Barakir. We're scholars. We do research.
Oh, that's really
Searching
cool.
for things. Algorn over there. She looks over there at him. He's Nishkir, a researcher. A few stations. We are similar, but he is slightly higher up the ranks, and thus very protective of the knowledge that he finds. It is easy for mages to steal knowledge one from the other and claim it as their own. Knowledge is power, especially within the mage community.
That's really kind of scary, actually, but good to know. So what are you guys studying?
She kind of just gives you a smile. Nice try.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You are still new. You are learning, and you will get there one day.
Alrighty, well.
But for
Thank
now,
you.
you may sit with us. Just no cheating.
Alrighty.
You see she kind of waves her fingers over her work a little bit, and you can see when your eyes follow down, and it was like it's not like this is a brightly lit room by any means, but you can see from what you had been able to tell of the books and scrolls that she was looking at, they are now obfuscated in this almost like blurred out, like censored, pixelated kind of thing, but not pixelated. It just kind of looks
Her privacy screen just
shifty.
went on.
Yeah, the privacy screen. Yeah, basically. So she's allowing you to sit there, but both her and her friend both kind of look at each other and smile, but their paperwork just now has become illegible.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit there and just enjoy their company for a little bit while I'm listening to the music.
Okay. Galil, what are you doing since you're now back with everybody else?
Well, since I got turned around, I'm gonna go sit down next to Eloquent.
Okay. And this is how friends are made.
I'm actually gonna despise murmur Iskra while she's singing, be like, these people are rude.
Sonder and
laugh into the Smizmer.
ha ha ha.
I
Sonder.
guess since I got turned around, I'm gonna just start reading that book, the Fiend one,
The Fiend one? Okay.
Nice.
in front of them, and just be like, God, I can't go anywhere here.
The two girls look over at you and smile at each other and then look at you again, and they just kind of shake their heads and go back to studying. Renan and Sonder, you guys are currently sitting on the couch watching TV,
Cuddling,
snuggling on the couch while
snuggling, reading me a story about the wise water goddess.
whatever.
Once upon a time, there was a wise water goddess.
Because it's all written in
Wow.
Elvish.
Oh,
Yeah. So
picture book.
yeah, looking. Yeah, there's some pictures, and it seems like this book was more relating to some. It comes across as both a like fables book, and at the same time like it's written like as if it's not for real, but it has a very storybook like quality to it. So Renan, you're just kind of like right, water goddess, got it, river, sure.
Sander is intrigued. Is there anything that sounds like it would make sense, or a place that would exist here in the world?
No, there are no names. It's just like the river.
water goddess.
Yeah, this
Okay.
talks about like, it's as if you were to already know where this river was.
Okay.
It's one of those kind of things. It's almost
Alright.
like one of those Greek mythological stories of some river goddess that existed in the river that no one's ever heard of, and
What does
exists
that
over
mean?
the mountains that no one can ever see, and it's just kind of like really big grandiose kind of stuff.
La Llorona.
yeah
La
just
Chusa.
Kinda.
exactly just like that. Okay, all of this meanwhile, Kindred is walking along with Amaranth as you guys make your way down into the lounge, and you can start hearing the gentle playing of music as you approach the lounge where Iskra is currently playing, and she's walking along with you, arm in arm.
So while that was happening, would Malzahar, did he manage to sneak out or sneak away?
I mean, as far as you could tell.
Okay, he would have went back to the dinner table and try to make his way sneakily back there.
Make a stealth check for him.
Stealth for a sneaky snake.
Stealth for a sneaky snake.
Get rid of the sneaky snake.
Let's see, what is his? It's Dex, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so +3. 12.
12? Okay.
Mhm.
So keeping to the shadows of the lounge and eventually making its way to the staircase. It goes from the first floor, makes it to the second floor, makes it to the third floor, makes it to the fourth floor, just like very slowly kind of going up along that way. It gets to the staircase that leads to the fifth floor where the dining table is, and as soon as it crosses the last step onto the main floor, he vanishes.
Would I have been within the distance to communicate with him?
What's the range of it? 100 feet?
100 feet. As we're walking back.
Maybe just barely.
So then, seeing him just cut out, can I try to summon him back to on me?
Yeah, he reappears on you. But it seems like whatever it was that was up there kind of wound up dispelling his form.
It's okay.
He is not, I wouldn't say he's upset as much as he is just like, and he's a little upset. Snake just got put in the what's the penalty box. But you were walking along, and eventually she leads you to over to a couch, and you can see as you're approaching, there's the Magian or the attendant that is there off to the side. That's kind of floating, turns its attention in that like very hauntingly horrifying and looks over at you guys as you approach. The attendant that was watching over you guys, over you slightly closer, the one that was actually standing on his 2 feet, also turns its attention to Amaranth as she enters the room. You can see the other mages that were sitting around studying or reading as they were listening to the music. They either, as soon as they notice, they either stop and immediately stand, and then some of those that were standing around immediately look like they're getting busy. They're like, just instantly like, oh, okay, I gotta go over here, and do the things. So you notice that there's definitely a palpable change in the room as everyone starts to just...
And we're still side by side walking?
Yes. Yeah, she leads you over to a couch. She kind of nods at some of the students.
How does it feel knowing that they're all scared of you?
You see the corner of her toothy grin just kind of goes in a bit of a smirk.
I wouldn't say they were afraid of me, per se. But they know to stay busy. That is why we are here, after all.
Yep, and you could definitely stay busy for many years in here. Trust me, I did so myself. But I know you said you wanted to do this at midnight, right?
Soon. I have my attendants getting the proper materials together as we speak.
So, would you permit me to allow 2 of my companions to be there with me during the thing? Because from what I imagine, afterwards I'm going to be very exhausted and weakened.
You will be. You will be.
Yeah. At the very least, they could take me back to my room.
There is no need. It will be a comfortable place where we lay you down. You may rest there.
Well, then may they accompany me just to stay with me? All I ask is for 2, at least.
She finally reaches the sofa or the couch where she wants to sit. She pats the seat next to her. she kind of settles into her seat and is watching Iskra. And Iskra, you two, as you are playing, you catch the eyes of the Dragonborn as her eyes kind of glint in the light of the fireplace that is there with you guys. Is extremely. I mean, it's not quite like seeing the cat's eyes glow whenever the light shines on them, but it's about that level of like unnerving because you see her as she just kind of stares in your direction, and the fires kind of catch her eye and kind of almost glint off of the scales of her body as she sits there and leans as she listens to you play.
I try to maintain my composure. Not.
Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't let it show.
Don't let it show. No. It's too late. It'll be in my head forever now. And she kind of doesn't answer you at first, Kindred. She goes, "You may choose one, but only one." She leans over to you. "I would hate for them to be too eager to come to your aid, as there will be pain, and it will seem as if I were harming you in some way, which I suppose is true.
Technically are.
However," her tongue goes up to clean an eyeball real quick. Yeah, all gecko style.
Scooby snack.
Yeah.
However,
Oh, lady puss.
Why? Why would you have to say that out loud? Curse you.
Ew.
Ella, you're so gross.
Oh God, not you too.
She just kind of leans over, just like,
as I said, this is going to be painful. There might be screaming. As long as they are aware these things are necessary and will not interfere in the ritual, then they may stay. But it still must be only one.
Thank you.
So choose
You see the idiot over there acting like he's busy?
carefully.
I don't
Odell.
know. Okay. I was like, which one? I was like, I know it's not Iskra because she's playing, but the other four, I don't know which one you would assume to be the idiot just pretending to be busy, because they were all pretending to be busy. Oh my god. Ugh.
The one that you can tell is up to no good.
Which one?
Yeah, right?
Y'all are in story time. The other one they tried to sneak away.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm reading the book now.
Then so be it. But now let us listen, for these melodies do not come from this world.
She like
Sit back
places
and
a,
just-
a hand on her leg, and you just see her like. She kind of like clacks her little clawed fingers to the tune of Iskra's music.
Yeah, I'll do the last Golgari song I know. I don't know many. So
Yeah. That's plenty good. Okay, so you guys finish up. You finish up your tune, and the people around you kind of start doing the little like polite golf claps as you finish, and then you hear a louder like clapping from behind you guys as you see Gabriel Frostborn come forward from the shadows. Excellent work. He comes over to you. Curious, I've never heard those tunes before.
Well, they're something of a specialty from my region.
Ah. You'll have to acquaint me with this region of yours. It sounds quite sophisticated.
If my mistress permits.
Oh, I'm sure she'll have no problem. He like extends a hand in that like I don't want to say the word like I don't want to use the term like well-bred kind of way, but you know like that really super
You just kind of
proper
sugar daddy.
the super proper
Very waspy.
very
You know when
wa-
Hans like asks Anna to go with him, like that,
yeah.
just like that.
Yeah, it is very
Like a gentleman.
very gentlemanly like, but also has a like a little bit of like a royalty, like he's been trained in court kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
I'll take it.
He extends his hand and like helps you stand. He then turns to everybody around and like gestures to you. Truly, she deserves much more praise than your paltry applause. And you hear everybody else kind of claps a little louder for you, and then a little louder, and even Amaranth. You can hear Kindred. You can hear her kind of just chuckle to herself and shake her head, and she kind of also claps for you. He turns back to you, Iskra, and is like, "Truly, the Holy Mother has blessed you."
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I might be here for some time, so again, if my mistress permits, I would be happy to play for you again.
Well, perhaps tomorrow we can find ourselves in the garden. Would love to be able to oversee the repairs to my ship while listening to you play, if that would be pleasing to you.
It would be my pleasure.
Good. Then perhaps I will see you in the morning. Well done. What was your name again?
Iskra.
Iskra. Pleasure meeting you, Iskra. Have a good night.
You too, my lord.
He kind of does a very courtly bow and then walks off back past everybody and into the shadows once again. He stops over by Kindred and Amaranth and looks over to Amaranth, completely ignoring Kindred. It's like, the devices in question have been offloaded from the ship and are being taken to your study down below. I hope you find something useful. I'm going to retire to the Fang until I am needed. Sleep well, mistress. He kind of finally looks over at Kindred and just kind of like does the slightest little like head nod of acknowledgement before he walks back back into the shadows at the back of the lounge. You can see the hulking form of Winoth that kind of just has been lurking there in the shadows as he kind of turns to and follows Gabriel back down the hallway and leaves you guys there in the lounge. Kindred, Amaranth places a hand on your thigh and like squeezes it a little. It's like,
I don't go that way.
I will send for you and your companion.
It won't be long now. She stands up from where she was sitting. One of the attendants that was guarding you comes over to assist her and aid her in walking out.
I'll stand with her while she's like exiting.
Exiting. The attendant that was lurking in the shadows that was floating floats over to all of you now. And now is probably those of you who hadn't noticed it before or notice it now that it's floating over without walking and just staring off into nothing as it speaks to the 4 of you, or the 5 of you, I should say. If you would
The
follow me.
flex.
Yeah.
6.
Well, Soul is not there right now. Whoa, wait, that's 6.
Yeah.
Yes, just kidding.
Or are you talking about Finn?
No, 6.
No, I forgot.
7 then.
7.
No, it was 6. Sorry, my bad. And tells you guys, I will lead you back to your room. Please, follow me. Do not wander.
Are you sure that he can count the level of like stairs and such? We get that the math is hard.
You are a punk and a half. You just wait. You just wait, sir. You just wait. I'm making a note of this. Instantly disintegrate Renan as soon as possible.
Clip his wings.
Clip his wings. Yeah.
Don't touch my wings. Kill me. Don't touch my wings.
Oh, whoa.
So walking along with him,
Everybody switched around.
what?
No, people moved around because Galil's camera went off for a minute.
I didn't do anything.
I know.
It just shut off.
I know. Your hands weren't even close. I just saw it. It just, you went from up top to
I was like, what happened?
But you guys are led back upstairs.
So along the way, might I make a simple request if permitted?
Oh, are you asking the
Yeah,
attendant?
the attendant floaty guy.
He doesn't stop. He just keeps walking.
Is there any way you could bring my friend here some parchment and some ink?
The head kind of turns. Who are you referring to?
Aliquin.
Aliquin?
Mm-hmm.
The head kind of turns to see who you're who you're talking about. Goes back to moving forward, hovering forward and up the stairs. It's almost like, it's very strange because it's like following a ghost or some sort of spectral entity as it just kind of floats up the stairs. Occasionally you can see like the tips of covered feet that kind of just, I mean, they're not like wearing boots or anything, but they're like those like slippers almost that kind of will appear from beneath the robes as it just kind of barely doesn't touch the stairs.
Ugh.
But it doesn't really say anything one way or another.
I wonder if a floating ghost can trip upstairs. Or
He
I just pictured it in my head.
Forward roll and like keeps going.
Hilarious thought.
Yeah,
You should push him.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
then, after saying that, I'll like come up next to Galil and be like, "Hey, I made it so that you're gonna be with me when she does this."
Oh god. I'm gonna have to babysit you.
Actually, no, you're probably gonna enjoy this because apparently it's gonna be very painful. I'm gonna scream, but you must under no circumstance intervene. She'll kill you.
And I'm gonna
Consider-
hear you scream.
Consider it payback for the House of a Thousand Faces.
I guess.
All right. So you guys are
Wait,
led.
can I borrow your doll?
The doll's back in the castle and somewhere. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to record his screams.
Yes.
Oh my god, you fucking bitch.
I knew that. I love how you caught on, but he didn't.
Yeah.
That doll is long gone.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are each led to your rooms. As Aliquin, you are brought to yours. The attendant pauses there for a moment. Supplies will be brought to you presently.
I raise an eyebrow. Thank you.
It doesn't say anything. It just like turns its eyes and goes to the next room to open the door. And each time it opens the door, it doesn't actually touch the door. It just kind of gestures a hand, and the door like swings open for the next person to walk in.
So then, like, right before I get to my door, I'll be like, Soul, we're coming back, so do what you need to do. We'll be there in like 10 seconds.
Going right under the bed.
As cats do. But you are each brought to the room. And you have some time.
Okay, listen, guys, I have a plan. I don't know how good it's gonna work, and this is everybody who's got a spy's murmur. Sorry, Renan.
Oh.
I would message
him
you if
this.
it does go through walls, just not lead. So I'll point to see if it at least gets to him, seeing what room he was in. Anyway, so guys, Aliquin, hopefully they'll bring you parchment and ink during this ritual. I tried to see if she would teach it to me. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but Galil's going to accompany me. And Galil, I want you to pay attention to what she's saying, what she's doing. And Aliquin, I'm going to turn my spy's murmur on, and I want you to just write down anything she says, even if it's just phonetics. We can figure it out later and see if there's an actual spell for this.
Sure, yes. Easy.
And
But do you want to go through with this?
I don't know. But at this point, I think I can't back out. I'll look around, and so she showed me what was on the ship, right? Y'all all heard that. At this point, if I, duck out, she'll kill us. At least I think so. And I don't want to be responsible and be selfish again and get others killed on my part. So instead, I can be the one to die a little. Again. Galil, shut up. I know you're laughing.
I was
But,
just thinking, maybe you should bring your cat.
I tried to barter for 2. She said 1 only, and it was adamant. But Soul, you're definitely hang out here, and in case shit hits the fan, hopefully you're a surprise wild card. But I figure I'll leave the spice member on for anyone who wants to try to
Listen to your
listen.
streams.
Do you think we should have like a secret code word just in case the shit actually does get really bad?
Right.
You can yell it out, or Galil can yell it out, and we could hi-ya to the moment.
I kind of want the word to be hiya now.
Hiya, hiya, hiya.
Oh god, that sounded like Japanese porn.
And
Oh,
decisions were made.
Wait,
did not
so
think this
is it
through.
hi-ya like kung fu, or is it like hi-ya like
Jackie
Like
Chan,
anime porn.
Uncle and Jackie Chan Adventures.
yeah.
No, what have I done?
Yeah.
I went straight to
Hacha?
anime porn.
All right, cool. So I guess it's settled if you give us the.
One more thing.
Oh my god. if you give us the signal, we'll know things are going bad.
The good thing is, if she is concentrated on this spell, that might give Galil enough time to react or come free us if need be.
I will say, Galil, she told me specifically, it will look like she's killing me, which kind of in essence is true to some point. But guys, I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna try my best to keep my wits and remember everything that's going on, but I've never had something like this done before. I mean, I've read about them in theories, but seeing actually lich magic at work is heavy shit.
And at work on your body.
Right. If you feel like this is wrong, or if you feel like you're losing a true part of yourself, let us know. Say hiya. We'll be there.
But see, that's the weird part is ever since I found out that Uranus is my father, it's just too weird. How do I grow up to be a wizard of abjuration? And he's the head wizard of abjuration.
He's a part of you. Literally.
Things work in mysterious ways.
We
That's
can't
just
choose our
too
families.
Mysterious, though. Like, it's just weird.
Maybe
You
some
don't-
of his talent went to you.
You don't suppose that losing that part of your soul may make you inept to magic, do you? I had not considered that before.
I would consider that if I was a sorcerer, because then that'd be like within me.
Mhm.
But everything I've learned is through study and hard work itself, so it can't be taken away.
Perhaps it helped guide you on that path and to start, you know?
Perhaps.
But I can't
Kindred.
imagine what it might be like to be worried that maybe that won't be you anymore.
When we go down there, hand me your spell book.
I planned
That
on
way
that.
they can't get a hold of it just in case.
If something happens and you are no longer you, what do you want us to do?
I'm giving my bag of holding for Galil to hold on to.
Yeah. I'll hold on to it.
Firelight and Carp know what to do. Get it back to them. They have the code. You know me.
I'm well aware. That's why I'm not reaching into that bag.
I mean, I doubt any of y'all would be able to decipher the codes and either my spellbook or my journal. But maybe the wizards, give them time, they might be able to. But
It's better
Good.
Farlight has it than these people.
exactly. So. Yeah,
Did
get
she
it
ever
back to
say?
them.
Did she ever say why she wanted it?
She's shrouded in mystery, but as far as I can gather, it seems like even though they're all part of the same organization, it never hurts to have a one-up on your competitor.
Hey,
And
Aaron,
how...
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, real quick. Is there a closet in this room that I'm in Kindred's room?
No, these rooms don't really have closets as much as they have like the armoire style like closet. So it's not like a separate room. It's kind of like is it a bureau?
Well, I mean, armoire.
You
is
know,
a good
armoire.
word.
You know what I mean,
Armoire.
right? Yeah. Okay.
I'm wow.
Armoire.
A
Wardrobe.
wardrobe.
A wardrobe.
Yeah.
Chef lounge.
Yes, that's a wardrobe. That's the word I was looking for.
The lion,
Lion, the witch, and the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You can
Exactly.
enter Narnia there.
Jesus.
But someone who's 8 foot tall probably couldn't, right?
Probably
duck.
not.
Crouch.
Okay.
Take that.
Okay.
Just, you know,
Go
fetal
head
position
first.
like Terminator. When you...
Yeah.
Just
Go
come
head
out.
first and say, I'm about to dive in.
I think I saw a video like that before.
Okay, so moving on.
That's a video.
All right. So, anything else that you guys wanted to say before?
Lucky-
Oh.
I guess go ahead.
I wanted to see if that spectate. What is it called? The blue
attendant?
thing. Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
attendant.
attendant.
If he could bring me a book on speaking celestial.
You open the door and find that the attendant is there in the hallway, just floating like like a like just like some haunted hall monitor. It's just floating there as it like turns its head towards you, and you make make your request. It goes. It moves its head after you ask.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
It goes back to staring at like the wall, the kind of where all your doors are at, and doesn't move.
Soul, you have a bag on you, right?
Oh.
Well, like not currently, but like when you go back to normal form, you have like stuff to put shit in.
Ow.
Okay.
Shitty bomb.
So we're still by ourselves, right? Well,
Yeah,
I'm in
it's
my
just-
room.
Yeah,
Soul, come here. And this is not Spice, remember? This is just me talking to Soul.
Okay.
I want to show you something, and I want you to take over for it. And I'm gonna dig in my bag of holding and pulling out the Sun Elf statue, way back from Phandalin.
Wow, I haven't seen that statue in forever.
Still come in handy. So I got this. It's solid gold, by the way, so be careful with it. Way back when I first met the others, but it has magical properties, and you can ask it one question and one question only. And those who are good of heart will receive an answer. I've never used it, and if I'm gonna die, I figure I might as well use it, and then I'll give it to you. So I'm gonna hold it, and I want to look at it, and I'm going to ask it.
I kind of like sit down and just watching.
And we'll be right back.
Either with your legs up, and you have it the very typical cat pose, and just kind of watch with the half closed eyes as cats do when they're just like judging you. The tail wraps around your feet to kind of cover your little toesies, and just kind of watch them as you do this. Go ahead, Kindred. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm gonna ask because it just says may ask it a question, but I can't remember if it was specific yes or no questions or.
I don't. Oof.
Yeah.
That was 500 years ago.
Do you want to make a DM decision now?
Go. What were you gonna ask?
Am I making the right decision in doing this?
Okay. I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on. Thank God for D&D Beyond. So I can quickly find anything I'm looking for.
I don't think it was.
Sponsorship, maybe?
If we were gonna be sponsored by anyone.
Yeah. No, it's it because I have the Phandalin campaign in here, so it's in here. It's just
Yeah, so you click some buttons to get to it.
Because I just remember like writing it in as a Sun Elf statue. Because I looked all up and down in the Phandalin book for it.
Okay.
Now we're gonna take a short break while we look it up.
I have it right here. Okay. So basically, the way it works is it's like casting augury. So you receive an omen from other. Yes.
The good
Okay.
woe, bad woe, and all
Yes.
Yeah, it's like wheel
Wheel,
or woe.
woe,
Or...
wheel, and woe, or nothing. Okay, so you
Which
ask
means-
it. You get like a feeling or a sense.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it'll answer you specifically. But you ask it if what you're about to do is what?
The right decision.
Right decision.
Did I just fuck my question up?
No.
Ooh.
You wait as you kind of clutch the Sun Elf statue in your hand, and part of your hand feels warm to the touch. It feels warm, like not uncomfortable warm, but it feels like it radiates warmth.
A
But
good,
then
good feeling?
Yeah, a pleasant feeling. But then the other half of the statue feels cold. Icy cold.
So it could go either way.
It's better than it being all bad, right?
Or burning your hand off.
Is what part of the statue's cold and what part of the statue's warm?
It's just because as he's holding it, it just kind of it switches. It almost like it goes back and forth, but it feels warm and then it feels cold.
Mm.
That was a crock of shit.
This didn't
I've
work.
been holding on to
Throws
this
it-
thing for how long now?
Yep, tosses it out the window.
And I like hit someone in the head.
It's Gabriel's
some
ship
little,
and it, like,
some little,
crashes into the corner.
some little old mage is like walking out there. The gardener's just like been here for 1,000 years. It's like, oh, I gotta cut these roses. I'm almost free tomorrow.
One more day till graduation.
Oh no!
I finally finished my thesis.
Oh,
It's all
It
gone.
like shoots right through
All
it. All
gone.
the papers are everywhere.
Oh god. I forgot I save.
Soul's gonna kind of do a comforting little, like, little rub on his leg that cats do.
It's gonna scratch your ears.
Scritch, scritch,
Yeah.
scritch.
Oh yeah,
That's the spot. That's the spot. Oh yeah, that's the spot.
not like that.
Wow, you are really good at this cat business.
Oh god.
That is so. That is definitely a cat. Go on. All right, so that happens. Kind of
Well,
leaves
then-
you in your thoughts for the moment.
Now that it's useless to me other than gold, I'm gonna slide it under the bed, be like, this is here when you change back, Soul.
Meow.
I've kept it a long time and it's worthless.
Wow. Okay. Meanwhile, Renan, you're in your room, just like, well, this has been the most weird trip into another plane that you've had. Still not quite sure what exactly it is that is going on. Frustrated, you go over to the window again. You can see out into the dark of the open garden area in the center of this of the vault of sages in this school. And across the garden, you see the ship as like part of the lower end of it seems to have opened into a
Bay.
what's it called? Like the cargo bay. Like has open. You can see the lights that are kind of shining out into the garden. And yeah.
Well, for starters, that water goddess was a crock of crap. And beyond that, I'm gonna keep my eyes out, just looking around, trying to make sure nothing overly chaotic is going on. And then if something ends up happening, then I'm like stretching my wings, making sure that I'm ready. If I have to take off out the window, I'm good.
Do your stretches. Oh, yeah. Do a quick squat. Okay.
But he walks into the room and I'm just in some strange yoga pose that only somebody with angel wings can do. Like, don't worry about it.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
So did any of my message get to him or did it? No.
No. Of what you're
Okay.
about to do?
Oh yeah, of everything I said to the group.
Are you?
Okay.
Were you trying to send him a message? or
Yeah, I was trying to message him to see because I know it goes through walls, but I don't know. I wasn't for
You were-
sure if it would make it to
Oh.
him or not, but I at least attempted it.
Yeah, he is like one of the first rooms, and you are one of the last rooms. So
Gotcha.
Too many walls for you to try and get through.
Worth a shot.
But as you go
I
ahead and
still have no idea what's going on.
yeah, none. Renan, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Ooh, thank you. Love perception checks. That is a 17.
17. You see out in the light of the open cargo bay of the ship across the way that two figures are walking up into the hold, and you kind of focus your eyes a little bit. your elf. What do your elf eyes see? They see a dragonborn of large frame and the smaller man that
you
is
lagging.
Gabriel, as they are walking up into the hold of the ship. And
Okay, and sorry, you lagged out with the Dragonborn?
the dragonborn and the man that has been that he is accompanying all the time. You saw Gabriel and Winoth as they're going up into the ship into the cargo hold. And you can see the light still shining out into the garden. And you can see now as you're kind of watching and still doing your stretches, but just kind of peering from your balcony, the shadows from within the hold change and get blocked out. You can see now that as you're watching this, and you're kind of your head kind of cocks to the side, it starts to snow a little bit on the outside. There's like little flickers of snow that fall in the distance, and your heart kind of starts to sink a little bit. This is strange. The shadows move.
Damn dragons.
And you see the long neck appear first, coming out of the hold. Horned head, folded in wings. This large white dragon emerges from the hold of the ship. On its back, you see the man Gabriel, now on this saddled mount between the two wings. You can see the dragon turn its head side to side in the darkness as it emerges from the hold, and then leaps up into the air, flying above you, above the way and away. Wings beating the air as it flies. All of you now hear in the distance the roar / scream of this beast that kind of flies overhead of the over the building, and Renan, your blood runs cold. And that's
Bird gets all prickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to the window.
And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Imagine dragons.
Imagine.
I'm gonna throw the Sun Elf statue at
Well done. All right. Well, we'll be
Walks
back
into
in
somebody.
yeah.
You're good.
All right. We'll be back in 10 minutes. So we'll see you in a minute.
it. In 10.
I am ready to jump out this window into the courtyard.
Let's go.
Do whatever
ride,
I need to
let's
do.
go ride a dragon. Oh my god. It's
Balloon,
time.
are you there?
It is time to do all of the things. All right, so we are back, and for the moment, we will see what we got cooking. As Renan, you just watched Gabriel ride away from the ship on Dragonback as he flew up over the city. You standing there. What are you doing?
I compose myself after my blood goes somewhere between a chill and a boil at the same moment.
Yeah.
Once I've composed myself, I walk to the door and I open the door and I get ready to go over to whomever the next room over is.
I think the next room over would be Iskra. You see the attendant there looks over at you. May I help you?
Would it be too much of a bother if I go to visit my friend next door?
It gestures. The door, you hear it click. And it doesn't open all the way, but it just kind of clicks.
Thank you. And I walk over and I walk into Iskra's room and I close the door and my wings kind of shudder a little bit and I go, and nobody listened to me when I said there was a damn dragon.
You said there was a dragon?
I did say there was a dragon, and everybody wrote it off as shenanigans.
So I take it that sound that I just heard was that then?
Yes, I do believe one of our dinner guest members may have actually been the dragon in question. Possibly. Could be wrong. That being said, I suppose now would be the time to state that my people have gone to war against the chromatic dragons before. And I have just enough composure to come in here. I certainly have noticed that all of you managed to communicate without words. I'm in one of your rooms so that you might tell the others.
Oh, yeah, it's, I pull out my, spy's murmur and, like, wave it at him. And stick it in back in my ear. It's like, you get, you get used to it.
Nifty trick.
So, you've been to war with the dragons, huh? Well, I understand why Criterion sent you then. Is he your watcher too? By the way, we haven't really had an opportunity to just speak directly. I show him my tattoo.
On the subject of watchers, I have a higher level direct line to information.
Really? Well, all right then. So are you my boss? Like, how does this work?
No, I suppose there would be the inclination towards such a thing as command and things like that, but I've never gotten too into that. Considering the god I serve is a god of freedom, I will not be commanding anyone here.
Well, that suits me just fine.
Yes, Gabriel, if my memory serves as to his name, Gabriel walked into their ship in the garden courtyard, and then a moment later came back on the on stride of a white dragon.
I'm gonna go ahead and flip my spy's murmur out to the other way, so it's broadcasting.
Okay.
And go, hey, Renan, if you could go over that one more time, I've got everyone listening in.
Well, it would seem that we are in the company of a white dragon, and for all that the white dragons are proud, Gabriel just rode it off into the horizon. If none of you heard the roar, then I suppose that you should learn sign language.
Well, I mean, I already sensed him earlier.
And I
Wasn't
can't hear
Boracor's
you.
people
I know.
looking for the dragons?
Boricor's people were looking for who killed the last dragon.
I'm just gonna like go interpreter mode and say what the other party members are saying.
Okay. Fair enough.
Sweet, I have an interpreter now.
Yeah.
So,
Jurgil's people,
Yeah.
by the way, have been looking for the people who attacked, well, who destroyed the last dragon that we fought.
Kind of want to send her a little heads up. Bitch Umbridge, that was her name, right?
Umbridge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do we get in contact with her?
I have a little elemental elemental.
An aeromental. That's what it's called. They're aeromentals,
FedEx,
yeah.
earthamentals, fermentals, watermentals.
I have Kindred overnight shipping.
Oh, well,
Hey.
get to work then, before you're sent off.
Dear bitch Umbridge. No. No, but I will write a note out. Well, I'm just listening in on other people's thoughts.
Okay.
It's going to name drop Gabriel. So essentially, there is one such follower of the cult of Tiamat, Gabriel Frost. What's his name?
Frostborn. Gabriel
Frostborn.
Frostborn.
He has in his control a white dragon, which at any point may offer them up to Tiamat. We are located at Silvery Moon, Hall of Sages, P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Oh, God.
Nice. All right.
So then, yeah, just simple note. Oh God, do I have the spell? Slot.
All right. So Renan, you've been given what the rest of the party has said.
So, given that I am in your service, so to speak, what is it we may plan to do?
About the dragon? Probably just try not to get eaten. I don't know really what all of us could do. There's a lot going on. Especially if Kindred is recovering from this ritual. You know, I don't think we'd be prepared.
Well, from what I gathered, the Lord Gabriel and the White Dragon, to the best of my knowledge, isn't aware of what's going on here. So, we may be alright, but then again, we may be dead by dawn.
Well, I have been invited to go see his ship, so I'll take a look around and be careful. Anything I should know about white dragons?
Well, for starters, avoid the end with the T.
Of course.
Well,
Wait, so
and
is that like the teeth or the tail? Or both?
Both.
true enough.
I mean, I didn't
But-
actually say that. Meow.
Meow. More claws.
But aside from, of course, the basic principles of any beast, the White dragons, much like silver dragons, have command over the cold in many ways. So, if you get hit by a breath attack, you may find yourself permanently popsicled.
Permanently
My-
popsicle. Hashtag.
So I did have the spell slot for that, so off he went to Lady Umbridge.
Okay.
This conversation that Iskra and Renan is having, is this also on Spice Murmur?
Yeah, I
Yes.
put it on broadcast.
Okay. I'm gonna. Soul's going to kind of like nip at Kindred. Just kind of like paw at him and give a big kitty, big eyes, sort of like concerned look.
It's funny
Daddy, I
because
scared.
It's funny because I know you're a person, Soul, but it's yeah. I just like scratch behind your ears again. Like, what is it?
How do I?
Interpret.
Yeah. Okay. From where Kindred's room is, where is Iskra's room located?
So it is Kindred. I think it's Galil, Aliquin, Sonder, Iskra, Renan.
Damn.
What is it, boy? Did Timmy fall down the well?
Oh my god.
How far out do the balconies go?
They're small. They're just like kind of like hotel balconies. They're not super big. They're enough to give. They're maybe like 2-3 feet away from the building. They're like European balconies. You know, there's those little tiny ones.
I'm more curious as to how far the balconies are apart.
Enough
Kitty
to stick
might
our
be
heads
able to-
out and like.
Oh.
Boing, boing, boing.
Distance
dexterity
between the two would be iffy for a normal person. I mean, I know heroes can jump like ridiculous, like player characters would jump ridiculous distances, but for normal people, it would be sketchy at best.
How cool.
So then seeing him just kind of like spin circles and ponder, I'm gonna turn back to writing a second letter. And in the second letter is going to detail everything about my situation. And of course it's kind of sloppy as I'm writing as fast as I can.
Right.
And this one's going to Carp.
Okay. I'm trying to see. I was looking through the spell's description. And it doesn't say if anything about it. Can it go across planes?
It can't go across planes unless I cast it at higher level. Let me see.
Okay. Because in that case, it would not have gone anywhere then, I suppose. Or
The
would have
first one?
returned. Yeah, the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah, because she's an underworld bitch.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I hope it's not a mistake. I'm gonna kind of try to go around the corner where the armoire is and off to the side, but sort of trying to hide as best as I can away from where the door is.
Okay.
I'm gonna shift back into Soul.
Okay. So, Kitty runs off around the corner, and then a soul appears. Actual soul. He's like,
Yeah.
"Get these bitches
Hold on.
off me!"
Okay.
Seeing him try to hide, I'm gonna not react to it and just keep writing and just. Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of look over to him and then also grab a piece of paper and another one of his pen things. Do you have another one? I assume you have a lot of Kindred. You're a nerd.
It's canon. Wizards are nerds.
I mean, kind of obvious.
Here's a
Okay,
fail.
so I'm going to try to write as best as I can. I'm just gonna say it in Soul's voice, but I'm not actually talking. I'm not comfortable with Kindred, not Kindred, Iskra going by herself. Dragon, or I don't know. I know it's a dragon now, right? Because
Yeah.
it was on.
Yeah, you can hear.
Dragon outside. I do not like this.
Oh, and you bring it to me, or you hand it to me, or what?
Oh, also, I have one more use of wild shape. Or scratch that little line through that. I have one more animal shape that I can do. And then I kind of just like slide it over to him.
Just look at it, and then, like under my cloaks, I point to you. You know, I can just message you, and we can talk like this and look normal, and only you can hear me, and only I can hear you.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
Okay. Yeah, I am not comfortable with Iskra going by herself. There is a dragon outside, and some person invited her, right? By herself somewhere. How do we know that they are not a lion dragon in person?
She'll give us the aha.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Oh yeah, hi, yeah.
Can you see if maybe someone can tell Iskra, and that, you know, of course with her knowing, but so that if something happens, someone at least is close behind.
You have a spice member, right?
Yeah, but I've tried to make myself little known as much as can.
Okay. I just would have turned mine on so they could hear it then when he's. No wait, no, we're messaging. Duh, my bad. I got confused with my own magic. I'll relay that to relay that to the group.
Okay.
I'm also going to take a breather for a while here.
All right.
And so I'll stay in normal soul mode for as long as I can.
All right.
Well,
Don't be afraid, soul. Just trust me. And you see Malzahar slither out from my robes and crawl up to you. And he just kind of like pretends sinks his fangs into you, but it doesn't hurt. He's not biting you. And I cast invisibility on you.
Ooh, okay, nice. How long does that last?
An hour.
Perfecto. I trust you, and you know to let me know as soon as you can, and I will be there as fast as Cat can run.
Can you be a cheetah? As I try to make light heart of the situation, like, yeah,
Panther?
whatever works.
Sure. I mean, you can. Yeah, we can say that your panther looks like a cheetah. Why not?
Oh, I'm just like lighthearted
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm telling him too that, I mean, I don't know cheetah, but Panther, yeah.
tomorrow for me is secondary. As long as everything goes all right with Kindred, we'll figure out the rest.
And I will have my spice murmur on. Eloquin, you still okay with the plan of writing down? And I mean, any of y'all also.
Yeah, just everything that I hear, I'll relay. Yes.
I mean, even if you just write down what it sounds like, don't worry about spelling. I'm a linguist. I could try to piece it together at some point or another. But
And also try to see what type of materials they use.
yes, Galil, trying to pay close attention to everything.
Hi. I forgot I was on mute. So.
That's great.
Aye,
Aye.
sir.
Got it. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh golly. All right. So As you guys are making these preparations and talking. That's what I meant
And
to say.
I'm sitting there
And then-
like saying it all like a crazy person to run
And then
on,
Galil says,
talking to
"Aye."
myself.
And then I would have sent the second FedEx to Carp.
Okay. Well, what are you?
FedEx.
And what
Oh.
are you? sending him?
Detailing everything regarding the situation right now. It would just be nice to get his input on what he thinks.
Okay.
So, trying to catch him up to date and writing as fast as I can to get it to him as fast as I can.
Okay.
Just phylactery. He knows I'm a phylactery, so just how Amaranth wants to take it out. She offered a sweet deal. Yada yada yada.
Got it. Alrighty. So as you are doing this, you hear the knock on your door, Kindred.
I just look at Soul like.
Kindred, it is time.
Okay. Your servant's gonna get my accomplice with to join us.
Yes.
Okay, I just jitters. Yeah, and I just kind of get up slowly and start walking, and I'm just.
Dun 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 dun. Sorry, couldn't help it.
So then, when she turns her back, I cast banishment and thundercloud out.
I'm out of here, bitches. Jumps out the window. You never take me alive. Okay.
So I'm gonna flip my spies armor on, and it's gonna stay on as best I can.
Okay. So as you open the door and you see there Lady Amaranth dressed in these different robes than you had seen before, these darker robes. But she has at her side two attendants, both of them on their feet. You still see the one that's floating there in the hallway. And it just kind of seems to be, they all have that blank android stare of just staring out into nothing. But Galil, you two hear the knock on your door.
Yes.
Do you open it, or are you just saying that from the other side?
I'm saying that from the other side.
You
I'm not opening any doors here. Fuck that shit.
forget that noise. You hear Amaranth's voice just go,
It is time.
Oh, time to go hear Kindred scream like a little bitch.
Okay, so you guys are led down the hallway.
I'm already there.
Kindred, Amaranth, and the two attendants. Those of you who are in your rooms still, you can hear the shuffling and passing and the gentle creaking of floorboards and such as they walk past. And it kind of gives you that little bit of a chill as you hear them move on, because you know that this is a big moment that's coming up.
So grabbing onto Galil's arm, and as we walk, just down the hallway, take a right, downstairs, keep going, narrating our path.
Okay.
And Spice Murmur.
In Spice. Yeah, I figured. So you go down to the first floor. And from there you kind of head in the direction that one of the hallways that you took to get to the airship itself. But you, at the halfway point along one of the far hallways, you break off into another hallway. And then here you see a descending staircase. Well, actually, it's a staircase that goes both directions. One that goes spiraling upwards, and then one that goes spiraling down.
So many stairs here. They don't believe in escalators?
Exercise, DM. Exercise.
Bisexual?
Nope, you are fired.
Ba-dum-ps.
I know who's dying tonight.
Oh no!
What have you done?
Each pun that you throw out tonight adds like an extra, step to the process. You are now at 35 steps.
10d6 damage.
So heading down this stairway, and this is the large stairway, not as big as like the main hall stairwell, but this is still a rather large one. And Kindred, you would recognize this as being one of the stairwells that leads down to the sub-basements, to the actual libraries, the vaults of the books below the. Because how much do you remember of the school, of the Vault of Sages?
I would hopefully a lot because I spent over 200 years there.
Okay.
Things might change. Fuck.
So, you remember, you were from your memories. Although
That's the tricky part too.
Yeah, some of these things you don't remember as you remember them. Like in your memories, they're altered from how they actually are. But the Vault of Sages, and this is kind of also for general knowledge for everybody else. Vault of Sages, the lower sections, or the anything below ground, was where all of the scrolls, books, and repositories of knowledge were kept. Everything above ground was kind of study halls, extra stuff. Yeah, there were people who could copy books, copy scrolls there. There was different offices. Those are generally second and third levels. Actually, second and fourth levels were kind of offices and stuff. That's why some of your rooms look like they were study halls that were converted into rooms. Most of the knowledge then was like taken up from the vaults if you had the proper authority or given clearance or wanted to. It's kind of like a library basically, but you could rent the books for reading there, but you couldn't copy them unless there was a lot of extra fluff to it. But only certain people were allowed in the vaults below, and there were sections of those vaults that only the high mages were allowed to go into. And that much you remember, Kindred. There were some sections that you never actually saw, as they were only allowed to go, only were allowed by the high mage.
I only got into a few of these just a handful of times, but it was awesome.
And you do see Galil and Kindred as you're going down the spiral staircase. The spiral staircase. Yay! That you do occasionally see levels that do look like you're passing a library, with large walls filled with scrolls and books. I cannot think of the aisles filled with scrolls and books. I'm getting nervous.
Oh God.
So you continue down past this, and then you get to a point where it flattens out, and this is one of the this would lead you to you go basically 5 stories down to where the high mage is, and then from here you can see that there is a new passageway that you do not recall, Kindred. This was not part of what your memories. This was where normally there would be guards set up that would bar access. There were wards set up that would bar access, and you just continue down this dark, stony hallway. And
Feeling how scared Kindred is by grabbing my arm,
yeah,
I'm gonna, under my breath, pray to you know who.
okay.
Just for, as saying, as much as I'd like to hear him scream, can you please offer protection to him?
Okay. So you're walking along, and Amaranth has been kind of quiet this whole time. You get to the end of this hallway, and there's a large door in which 2 mages are standing by. And Amaranth pauses and kind of whispers under her breath in this tone that kind of is hard to like make out words, but she whispers to them and they both nod slowly. She turns to Kindred and Galil.
Where we are about to go, there are certain things that might seem strange, and you may have to fight the urge to change the fates of those that you see inside. Rest assured, they are in better hands now than in which we found them. That being said, I ask that you hand over your devices. As the interference may cause permanent damage to your brains, I would assume you want to keep them as intact as possible.
Can I just hold on to it but put it in my pocket?
She doesn't waver, she just stares at you.
I just stare back.
They will be returned to you upon your leaving.
Guys,
And we hear this because it's still
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
jig is up. If we don't make it back, leave me. And I'm just gonna look. I hand it to Amaranth, but I just look at Khalil like, I'm sorry.
I mean,
Can someone feed Finn in my room, please?
Take it in if you die.
Take it out and give it to her.
She takes them, and when she moves her hand again, they're gone from sight.
Come this way.
The door behind you guys opens, and you see this larger hallway beyond that looks part hallway, part cavern. In fact, you can even hear the sounds of what sound like dripping
Tortured
water.
souls.
Huh? Yeah.
The tortured souls.
Tortured souls. You can hear that just sounds like someone's peeing. It's supposed to be drips, but
No.
drip, drip, drip.
that is a pretty heavy flow of a drip, I'm just saying. So we'll just have
Honestly, I don't hear anything.
you don't hear anything? Hold on. If you did need to go to the restroom now, it sounds like a leaky shower in a somewhere.
They probably went with leaky shower. Then.
Yeah, like this is a pretty heavy stream, but that's fine. We're just gonna. You can imagine drips of water in your imagination. Just go with that.
I can hear it on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Um,
probably why.
You hear the stream on the stream.
you heard the
Yes.
Inception. Inception stream. Oh Lord. Okay. So you head down. No, this definitely gives you the vibe of a dungeon. You see there are cells built into the walls with iron bars, and you are led further. The attendants walking with you. Some of these cells are empty. Occasionally, you'll see some that have occupants inside, and they kind of huddled towards the back in the corners, just like covering themselves with scraps of clothing or blankets, and they just kind of stare at you as you pass. They look like a mix of fear, and they have this almost like movement to them that seems almost predatory as they kind of just waver back and forth and just kind of staring at you. You pass one of the cells, and you can see one of those individuals now not really covering itself. It's just kind of like, it almost looks like a cat that kind of prowls with its shoulders up. And as you see the lights pass as you guys go, because now the attendants carry torches with them to kind of light the area. The light glints in their eye, and it just kind of opens its mouth, and you can see these fangs these long pointed fangs that kind of just like hiss at you as you walk past. But Amaranth seems unfazed and just continues forward. Eventually, you do pass a couple of other rooms that you can see are look like kind of study chambers, or what you would imagine to be chambers where experiments were done or are done. There are some tables with straps on them. There are like alchemy sets that you can see with little burners that have liquids that move back and forth. And eventually, you are led to another door where this door is a large wooden door that's kind of it's set into the wall. Doesn't look as carved out as the other rooms are, but it still has the same, like, if this room looks like it belonged somewhere else and was just placed here in this dungeon. Like the stonework that's around the door itself is nice masonry, but it doesn't seem to fit or match the look of the rest of this dungeon. The doorway opens. Oh wait, that's a close. Haha. There we go. That's the appropriate door. And on the inside, you can see another like mage's study sort of place. There's a couple of bookshelves that contain a couple of books, but most of them have vials, large bottles of some sort of liquid. Some of them look like jars, like glass jars that carry some sort of either creature or things that are floating in liquids and fluids. And there in the off to one side, you can see a table that on it there is oh yeah, there is actually. There is oh, this is not going to help you guys at all. I'm so sorry that just realized that the players hadn't been able to hear the music, although everybody else did. That would explain why you couldn't hear the stream earlier. You're like, I don't hear anything, and I'm like, that now you can.
Gonna say something, but you were in story mode.
That's fine. That's fine. But you can see some of there's like a very witchy-looking cauldron in the other corner that kind of just bubbles to itself.
One standard
Oil
size
and
to
treble.
pewter cauldron.
There you go. Kind of.
Galil, you know, when I was here, there was always rumors that in one of these vials they kept a genie. Whether or not we ever knew it was real, I don't know, but it looks believable.
Might have to try and find it then.
Amaranth.
Get out of this mess.
Amaranth points a clawed hand over to this bed, and on the bed it looks like almost like an operating table, but there are really comfortable looking blankets and there's some pillows there, all of them satin white, very fine looking things, and to the side, standing there with holding a tray of what look like some knives and other implements, you see Lana. Her eyes seem to be just gazing out at the entrance of the door. But you see the older woman that you had once known once upon a time the last you were here. Amaranth gestures to her. She's like,
This is my assistant. I have a feeling you two might have known each other once upon a time.
I'm just speechless and want to run to her, but don't want to make sudden movements. And yeah.
The two attendants move off to the side and stand back by the door. There is a like a little stool set off to the side, kind of close to where the cauldron's at, and Amaranth points over at it.
You may sit there, friend of Kindred.
Gonna pay attention
Yeah.
to everything I see. Yeah, now I am. But yeah.
Wait, Galil. And take
Oh,
off
yeah.
my bag of holding in. Hand it to you.
Hold on to it. Just look around at everything.
It is what you would imagine like Frankenstein's laboratory almost. You know, it just has all of these strange things and nothing that seems to give you any sense of peace. It's just the strangest thing is the fact that the bed looks so pristine and comfortable. It almost looks like it's belongs in some really lavish hotel room that was just placed here for Kindred to lay on. Kindred, you are motioned to the bed.
I'm just going, but almost like I'm not there, just trying to, yeah. Eventually I make my way there.
Yeah. Lana doesn't seem to make any eye contact with you. Make an Arcana check.
Can I look around and see if anybody else is hiding in the room?
Sure. Make a perception check.
23.
23. The gaze of her eyes and the way she just seems to be staring out into nothing, you definitely get the sense that she's probably under some sort of spell. Galil,
22.
22. You don't see anybody else in the room aside from the two attendants, the one assistant carrying the implements, Amaranth, yourself, and Kindred. It's not
So I
a
see
very
myself?
large. Yeah. You see yourself.
Out of body experience.
This is not a super large room, but you are laid up on the table, and Lana moves over to a small little desk that is at the side, places the tray down, and takes out this rather sharp-looking, what almost looks like a steak knife. It's just a short knife, like only probably about 5-6 inches long. She takes it out and like turns to you. Please make yourself comfortable.
That's not like her, is it?
It sounds not like her, yeah, but it's the words that she says.
Yeah. I mean, I just lay there. No way I'm gonna get comfortable.
Right. She goes over to you and places a hand like on your shoulder. Would you mind removing your garments? At least the upper half.
God damn it.
If I were to spy murmur, I would say Kindred's flashing everyone down here. You're not missing a lot.
And so since it's like just from the waist down or waist up,
Waist up, yeah.
so then since I'm in robes, I do one of those things where I just kind of like take it down and it's still like
Yeah.
half
Still
on
on,
me.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
The romper.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't wish it to be soiled, I suggest you take it off.
I can clean it.
That's what I'm thinking. Prestidigitation. You know what? Sorry. Time out. I get up. Go over to Galil.
You see Amaranth is like over at one of the bookshelves and she is taking out a book and seems to be conferring with notes. She looks over at you but doesn't say anything.
Go over to Galil, dig in the bag of holding, pull out my old clothes, take off my robe, and put it in, and then put my robes back on, but same thing, halfway.
Okay.
Go back, lay down.
She takes the knife. And she's still holding it. She just seems to be holding it. Not like she's gonna like psycho murder you, but she just has the knife in her hand. Amaranth comes over, like has a book out, And as she has it in her hands, she places it kind of in the air and pulls her hands away, and the book stays hovering in place.
Can I do an investigation to see what kind of book it is?
Sure. Do a perception check.
God damn it.
Or you're not looking at it. You're just kind of, you're not like studying it. You're glancing at it.
I am trying to study it as per part of our plan.
Phylactery removal for dummies.
Exactly.
What?
I mean, does she get version
Version
1 or volume 2? Like,
Right.
No. 15.
15. There is no sort of wording on the cover. It looks like just a plain leather-bound journal. It's large. It's tome-sized, but there's no like deciphering marks on the outside of it.
Extra large and extra hard.
Yep, that's totally what it says there.
Well, you just got the attention
Okay.
of a lot of people in here.
Everyone's just like, what? Extra hard? Okay, so your body is laid back. Amaranth having this book that's kind of floating, not directly over you, but kind of off to the side, like the back of the book is facing you basically. So you can't see whatever the words are on the side. Galil on the other side, you can see that it is scrawled in some sort of language, but doesn't. It almost looks like if Draconic had a cursive, this is what it would look like. It has jagged, sharp edges, but also smooth lines that connect the two. It just looks like someone's just kind of like angry markings.
Angry and Draconic.
Angry Draconic, yeah. Angry. Amaranth turns back to you, Galil.
I must ask you a favor.
And what's that?
Don't move.
And let me see, hold on. I should have brought this up first. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Me or Galil?
Galil.
Plus 3 to 14, so it's 17.
Okay.
You die. No.
You feel, you kind of, your eye, like, you're like, what? And as you try to move, you find that your whole body is paralyzed. And you're unable to move from where you're at. You like try and move your arm, your leg from where you're seating, but you feel held in place. And she like has had her finger up as she had said that, and she's like,
Good. Now be a good boy and stay.
she turns over, and you now see she moves quickly over to Kindred's side. Not whereas before she kind of like hobbles over. Now she moves quick. She takes the knife from Lana's hand and walks over to Kindred.
Now, this may hurt some, but as there is no magic that I possess that can remove this phylactery without carving it from you, I will have to do this the old-fashioned way.
She brings down the knife as it like goes just below the clavicle on your right hand side, and she starts dragging it across your body.
Trying to stick to the plan and everything in me to just try to not scream and yell, but just try to keep my senses.
Lana steps back and grabs another tool from this. Looks like tongs almost. She takes the tongs out and has them in one hand. Grabs out another sharper looking, thinner looking knife. This almost looks like a fillet knife almost. It's just long and almost kind of curved. And she holds it in the other hand. Both hands held out in the open. And Kindred, you just feel the excruciating pain of it just slicing your skin. And she makes this quick incision. Make a Constitution check for me.
Saving throw?
No, just a Constitution check.
Oh, damn it. 18.
18? Okay. Hold on one second. Make sure that I have it right.
You might want to fail it, pass out from the pain early,
Right.
so that you don't.
No, we need this, or I want this. No pain, no gain. No.
This isn't taking a dick.
Wow!
Could've
that
drank a lot.
that just happened. Okie dokie. Well,
In that case, I got
was-
this in the bag.
Oh my god, and it got worse. Okay, so
This doesn't feel right. Ah.
I can't.
You're
I can't.
going in sideways.
All right. So anyway, going back to the
Wow.
horrible things that's happening right in front of you. You see as she makes that incision, she places the bloodied knife back in Lana's hand. Lana is still staring at the wall above you to the side. And you find that there, where your hands are at, there on the side of the bed, you have what feels like grips you can hold on to. Your hands just kind of like, as you were just kind of struggling to find a place to where your hands can go, they kind of latch onto these grips on the side of the bed itself. You see another, and as you do so, you see her hand as she grabs the second knife, the filleting knife. Her other hand kind of passes over your body, and as it does so, you feel what feels like snakes crawling over your body as these belts and latches wrap around you to tie you down onto the bed's surface. The blood that is like now dripping off your shoulder now stains onto the white fabric.
So yeah, at this point, like Malzahar would have came out and like did a hiss, like threatening, but he's not gonna do shit.
Malzahar's not there.
Oh, he got bamped.
Apparently, you realize now at some point his existence stopped once you had gotten to a certain point within this place.
Damn.
I'm still trying
Clarify.
The next knife comes down and it makes another slit down lower, and next to it also down lower. And now you can feel as she takes the tongs, she starts peeling back this square of skin that is still attached to your body. You
I'm
make another
screaming.
Constitution saving. Yeah, make another
But
Constitution.
trying to. Oh god.
We can't hear any of this, right?
You can't hear any of this.
Nope.
You have
Okay.
heard nothing. If anything, you guys are probably, some of you might be pacing in your room at this point.
Yeah,
in the
I'm
silence.
upstairs meditating, but that's it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6.
6.
And I'm just praying on the floor. I haven't left Isker's room yet.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. You let out the most horrifying scream, and Galil, your eyes are like bugged as you're now like seeing her just peel this like rectangle section of skin back from her shoulder, basically almost from her shoulder down, halfway down her chest. You can see the muscle and the flesh there beneath it. She grabs another knife from the tray, and this time starts cutting slowly this incision across the flesh, the muscles kind of tensing as she like pulls that away, and there inside you see you can see from your vantage point, Galil, a glowing light. Kindred, you probably may have passed out at this point.
Oh,
What was that?
Oh no!
Best song ever.
Best song ever. That's what it was.
What was that? That sounded like a Mexican grito.
No, was that the
wasn't.
Lion King?
That sound like a
Yeah, no, it's not. It's part of a song, one of the songs that was on this playlist, and it would just happen to come on at the best time.
did you match the scream to
Yeah.
the song?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So you can see like a dull green light that kind of pulses from the opposite side from where you would imagine her heart would be. on her body. There's this green light that just kind of pulses dully as she pulls back more of this flesh. Kindred has now passed out, and there's blood that's kind of pooling down around her neck and dripping off the sides of this table, staining this white fabric of that's on this bed. She grabs. You see Amaranth move quickly to grab the tongs and carefully reaches down to grab at something that is giving off the pulsing green light. You can see suddenly her body stiffen as she it seems frozen from where she placed the tongs into the body. You can see her whole body just kind of almost convulses and then freezes in place.
That's my dad, isn't it?
It's just you can see her body struggling and fighting. For a moment, Galil, you feel your arm kind of move and tense a little bit as the spell seems to be kind of fading, and then it moves back into frozen place. As you can see her body kind of shudder again as she shakes her head.
Off topic. So you are no longer invisible. This spell lost concentration a long time ago.
Yeah, back to Kitty Soul. The Amaranth seems to shake it off, takes the tongs out and starts looking around. She moves quickly back over to the bookcase, and you can see her hands looking. Kindred, you just see her there, passed out, the blood pooling from this gaping wound in her chest. The other assistant is just staring directly at the wall. She goes through the bookcase looking and looking and looking, and finally she finds another book. Grabs the book that was floating in the air, places this one out in front of her. You hear this deep voice, and she looks over behind. She turns her shoulder back over to you, Kindred, Galil, and her eyes are now black. She walks slowly over to you.
Well, I may need your assistance for this, child of the moon.
Your body returns to its normal, you can move now.
Why do you need my help?
It would appear that two are needed to remove this. I cannot do it by myself. There is no time to waste. Your friend will die if we do not act quickly.
She moves back over to Kindred's side.
Don't try any funny business then.
I don't make jokes.
She grabs at the tongs one more time and places, she puts it in position, and now you can see there is this small, 3-inch long cylinder wrapped in archaic looking runes. It almost looks like a spell scroll case that's just in place into the flesh there. Around it, you can see these dark green black tendrils that have latched itself to the muscles and flesh and bone that is there in her chest. They seem to be, it almost pulses like it's its own heart, but instead of pulsing outwards, it seems to be pulsing inwards. Amaranth turns back to you.
Are you ready? Place your hand on my shoulder.
You grab onto her shoulder.
Yeah.
You see her reach down once again, and the tongs make contact with the case, and she immediately seizes up again. And in that moment of energy that you can see that almost as her body tenses, it's almost like what is it when they do that little pop and lock thing, It's kind of what it looks like. It's just her body just tenses all the way up to hit your your hand, and in that moment you can feel your body lock, but it's almost like you're being electrocuted at the same time. This is just the pain shoots up your arm and through your body, and you have to fight the urge to just scream in pain. In fact, you don't know how it is that she is not screaming in pain. You can see her muttering beneath her breath as she just starts
Dad.
like. That's a good point. She just.
Give me strength. Give me the power that I need. I must finish this.
And in that moment, as the crowd goes wild, in that moment,
Souls.
in that moment, as it is happening, you can feel that pool of energy that's being sucked from you into her. Not to the point of causing any sort of damage, but it is definitely enough to where you feel a draining of energy, and you can see her body start to move and fight, and it starts pulling at the device that's in her chest. The tendrils that are gripping onto this thing look like they are trying to wrap themselves even more, pulling it down back into Kindred's body. But Amaranth pulls harder and harder. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. Gilliel.
Oh, okay, I was about to say. Who? Well, I passed because it was 19 plus 2.
Good.
The strength that you are feeding into her seems to give her strength as she pulls harder and harder. Her other hand grabs at the hand with the tongue and starts pulling and pulling. And you can see it stretching and stretching. Part of Kindred's body even lifts off the table as it seems to be struggling to hold on. And finally you see one. These little tendrils snap back into place, and eventually she pulls this thing free. And you feel the surge of energy passing from you to her stop. And she releases. She turns her head over to you.
Good job. You did well. And now we wait.
She kind of closes her eyes and shakes it off. You may return to your seat, child of the moon. Grab me that bowl. Lana grabs a bowl and she places the device into it. And immediately she puts a hand over it and starts enchanting some spell that you can see this liquid just starts falling, almost like rain from her hand as it fills this bowl up. She passes her hand over it again and it seals with what almost looks like an icy black surface on top. Places it onto a tray nearby.
Now, child of the moon, I leave you with your friend. If you know how to heal her, I suggest you do so.
She walks over to the door. Lana follows her. The two attendants open the door. Amaranth and the attendants exit. And you see Amaranth look back at you as the door closes, and she smiles. The door shuts and locks.
I rush to Kindred. Put everything back to where it's gonna go. But, ugh! Hold me for this, bitch! And then I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit.
You can see as you place your hand over the wound, the light fills the space between your hand and her body as the wound around where the cuts were made starts to slowly heal. And Kindred starts to breathe once again.
How long was I without oxygen?
Not sure. I do
Okay.
not know.
You have about 8 minutes. That's fine.
Just a little bit of brain damage.
It's cold in here, right? No.
TBI, it's cool. It's fine.
Hold on, I'm still healing you.
is the best worst song I could have chosen ever.
It's those creatures in the cages. They're going.
Yeah, going wild as they're watching this happen.
Am I conscious or I'm just breathing?
You're breathing. You're not conscious yet. You're still past. You're
Okay.
still asleep.
4 hit points, by the way,
4.
Oh yeah.
for healing
What?
spirit.
Nice.
I'm about to say, have I taken damage? Like,
I was like, well,
You don't know.
I mean, just in case.
well, yeah, I don't know if I like adjust hit points or anything. Like,
Yeah. No, this. I mean, you took damage. You were just cut open and
Yeah.
into. So you're left there in the room. Kindred's like slowly breathing as everybody cheers for you.
perfect.
Perfect. And you have a brief moment of presence in your mind, Galil. You can feel the connection reestablishing, a connection that you had felt before. You hear Afriel's voice.
that bitch
What?
didn't give us back our spies murmurs.
What happened?
I let him know that they took out that English isn't my best word. The
Phylactery.
Phylactery.
I don't know why I can't say it.
It's all right.
I let him know that they took it out,
Got it.
and I'm trying to heal Kindred at the moment.
You hear silence for a moment. What has she done? What has she done?
Oh shit.
And the connection like dissipates again. And you're left with kind of almost like a headache a little bit as your head starts to throb once again.
Not this again. Not right now.
Meanwhile, upstairs, everyone just kind of like pacing and waiting.
I'm freaking out. I'm walking back and forth, balcony, bed, to the door.
Chandler prays to Bahamut for Kindred's safety and well-being.
Oh shit! Now I remembered.
Okay.
I have a healing kit.
Well, you know, I didn't figure you brought your entire like pack and everything with you.
Well, and the bag of holding, there's some poultices, there's some berries,
Does
there's
he-
a
we have a
medicine
hint?
kit. I know. That's why I didn't tell him.
I mean,
Oh.
I do have that potion still that Kindred gave me,
Oh yeah.
and I shoved one part of it into his mouth.
Sure.
The potion of vitality. So now it has one more charge left.
Okay. You watch as Kindred starts to like swallow and kind of cough it up at the same time. Shut up. God damn it. I hate
You said
everybody.
it.
I know
You
what
said
I
it.
said. I know what I
Especially
said.
with Kindred there. You said that.
Come up with worse words.
I know.
Racing.
Phrasing.
Boom.
So you can see Kindred's eyes kind of flutter open. Kindred, you come to consciousness, but your body is sore.
Ow.
You clutch at your chest and it hurts even more. It's still ridiculously tender. And you feel
all I
a
can say.
spot that feels like it can sink in a little bit, where before it had been solid. Now it feels like there's a hollow there. And you are drained. The door to the room opens once again. And the Amaranth walks in.
Quick work, I see. You are a handy one, aren't you, Galil?
She walks like
as she's saying this as she like walks up to Kindred.
And you, the star patient, you did well. You survived. There was a chance that you might not have. This phylactery has been in you a long time, young prince.
All I could think about is her words when she told me it requires a certain physicality,
Yeah.
and how each bitch was being literal. Like, this is replaying in my head.
I will have you know that the phylactery is now stored safely. Your father will not know that it has been removed. Yet. Now, to hold fast to our bargain, you and your friends are free to go. Once you have healed, of course. I trust you are strong enough to carry her.
She turns to Gileo.
My headache still. Yeah.
Good. If not, my attendants can see to it. You must be tired.
She looks back at Kindred.
I'm like in and out of it. Yeah.
And do not forget, I will tell you the location of your brother.
Brother.
For I would ask that you bring him here as well. If not, I can send for him.
I'm too weak to respond. I'm just staring at her.
She looks over at Gileo.
Then take your friend, and we shall go.
Pick Kindred up.
As you carry Kindred carefully out into the dungeon, kind of looking around, you can see that there are a couple other mages that are standing close in a circle. One of them is Brosgin, and the other one was the other hobgoblin that you had seen at dinner earlier in the evening, and they seem to be in conversation. Probably surmise that that's probably who she had left to talk to. As they watch you as you walk out of the dungeon, passing the cells of the creatures that are locked away. You get to the doorway of which you had entered, and as you pass the threshold,
She goes, wait.
you turn, and she places her hand over Kindred's stomach, and as she pulls her hand away, both of the spies murmurs are there on your midsection.
I will be in my study for some time. I have things I must attend to. I trust my attendant can lead you up to your room without any problems. Good. Get some rest.
How'd you give her the biggest stink eye?
Yeah.
You have done the Empire a great service. A debt that will not be forgotten. Sleep well.
She turns back to the door, and it opens before her, and then closes shut behind her. And the attendant that is there nods to you slowly and says, "Follow me, please. I will take you to your rooms." And leads you up the stairs. And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
Yay,
Well,
you didn't
then.
die.
Yeah.
Yay, you didn't
Oh my
die.
gosh.
Bring someone who can't heal.
Yeah, I made an awesome choice.
Yeah, that was really good.
Holy smokes.
So had I not petitioned for her to bring someone, would she have just let me?
As it
Bleed
seems,
out?
in my that would
knows?
have been
Who
If
knows?
you probably would have had to see if you could have survived the surgery.
that's gonna be a lot of death saving throws.
Holy heck.
That's just a flesh wound. Walk it off.
Rub some dirt in it.
Hole.
Rub some dirt in it. Yeah, you know,
Fuck you,
just a hole.
cat. Let me just kill all your 9 lives.
I mean, he's on his last wall shape now.
Well, good job, everybody, as you survived yet another session in these halls of horror, and mystery and things. Oh, yeah. Very nice. I had not really paid attention. I was looking so focused at you. I saw you had changed the background, but I hadn't seen what you had in the background. But nice. Well, then I guess we will see you guys next Tuesday. Same time, same place, or whatever. But until then, be safe. And
I'm gonna have to watch like cartoons or something after this.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Well, there-